What's going on, Ziza Connection? Today we're connecting with Matthew Ryan, also known as Matty Ice. What's going on, bro?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm so happy to be here. I love the setup. It's Ziza, right?
Ziza.
Ziza.
Yep.
I love the branding of Ziza. That's kind of why I'm here. Like, a lot of people have been hitting me up recently,
Okay.
and I just like how you're going about your business on social
That
media,
means a lot.
and I like your brand. So
That means a lot, man. So we've been planning on doing this for a little bit. First time around, I had a loss in my family.
I want to say, condolences to your family, bro. I know that was tough for you.
Yeah, that was a difficult one. That was one of the people that was he was a father figure to me throughout a large part of my life. So that was a difficult one for sure, but I appreciate that. And then you have been a busy guy today.
Bro, I just wrapped up an interview. I literally just came from interviewing Dero,
Okay.
who made that song, Ice Cream Paint Job.
Right.
He's now known as 6'3". He's incredible.
And still making music, still getting out there?
Music, and he just became the official. He just dropped a song, Full Throttle.
Okay.
And his song's the official song of the Dallas Cowboys. He's like the official rapper of the Dallas Cowboys. It's gonna be on their website and everything. So
I'm interested to see that episode. I'm sure you asked him why the name change and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I can just tell you.
Yeah, go for it.
So like Dero obviously is back in the day. He's been around for years in the game, mogul in the game. He's still Dero, but 6'3" is like a new side to him. So he's still keeping Dero, but he's also starting 6'3". So it's kind of like a new side for him.
It's like a lot of DJs. A lot of DJs have multiple aliases and they make different styles of music under each of them.
And that's what he said. He's like, I'm doing this for some of my fans and doing, keeping Dero for some of my other fans.
Right.
Super dope interview.
I love that. I'm excited to see that one. Where did Matty Ice come from? Because Matt Ryan, the quarterback.
Straight up. That's where it came from. So listen, Matt Ryan. My name is Matthew Ryan Kramer.
Okay.
Matthew Ryan. Everybody knows me as Matthew Ryan for many years, and Matty Ice, Matthew Ryan. I don't feel like I stole it from him because I'm Matthew Ryan too. So we got two Matty Ices. And he's not in the podcast game. He's throwing the football around. So
right.
I like it. I'm rolling with it, and I was lucky enough to. Matty Ice Show on Instagram. Somebody else had that handle. I really like the handle Matty Ice Show. I really wanted it, so I worked out a deal with him. Was able to get that handle.
Just paid him off for it.
Yeah,
dude. Instagram handles are a pain,
bro.
They're such a pain.
Yeah,
because there's certain accounts too. Like for example, I wanted Ziza, just Ziza. But it's taken, obviously.
Bro, that would be so hot.
Yeah,
that would crush.
It's taken by an account that's inactive.
Right, they don't even do shit.
So you're like, what am I supposed to do?
Did you DM them or you didn't try?
I tried to.
No response.
No response. So I'm waiting for that one, saving grace to come around. That one dude who's like, oh yeah, I know how this game works. I'll get that shit hooked up for you.
I would just love if Instagram would take these accounts that aren't even active and just get rid of them.
Like if you haven't posted in 12 months, they should send you an email and like a push notification warning that you're getting deleted, and then just do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy. So you have a saying about your podcast.
Yeah.
That this podcast is your sport.
Yeah.
Why? Did you play sports growing up?
Not really, to be honest with you. And that's kind of why this is my sport. I own a business. I do radio stuff, radio work, radio advertising, stuff like that. And I just always said, you know what, being part of the radio game or just podcasting or whatever, I'm going to make this my sport, meaning people play basketball. I interview a lot of athletes and stuff like that. And that's their sport. Well, they're coming on my show. This is my sport. I'm looking at this as a sport. I'm not just doing podcasting to just podcast. I'm actually doing this. I say this a lot because I truly mean it. I want to blow up. Right. I want to be that dude. Right. I'm putting that in the universe. That's what I want. Right. That's my goal from this. My goal is to make this a full career. Right. A full journey, to the top. That's what I want to do with it. So that's what I'm trying to do. And that's why I wanted to hop on your show too. Because I said, I love the branding and branding to me is everything. If you notice kind of how I'm putting out my content, right? I'm really, I feel like I'm really branded good. Right. Even just from my flyer to my thumbnail to my snippets I put on Instagram to my posts, whatever I'm doing, I'm very conscious about my branding. Right. It's really important to me.
Right. And I mean, I can relate to that a lot because all of the branding that you see, I did by myself on Photoshop. I've done everything I do by myself. I'm a one-man team, right? Dope. And a lot of it just came from the fact that I don't like going out like that. You know what I mean? I'm not a partier.
Me either.
I'm not really one to I don't have a lot of people around me, right? It's kind of just me and my girlfriend and 2 or 3 close friends. So all of my extra time is spent doing things that I enjoy. And this is something I really enjoy. So it's all just the extra time spent messing around on Photoshop here and there. And you know, I've had 2 companies in the past, clothing companies that all failed, but failure.
Also, I was asking you, is this going to be a clothing company?
So originally it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm a little burnt out on trying to run a clothing business because I've tried twice and there's a lot more bullshit involved with running a clothing company.
Customs.
Yeah. All that. It's just a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm working on a project for this that will have clothing involved, but I'm not going to call it a clothing company. You know what I mean? It'll be some sort of merch related to the company. Yeah. So you are also a official Black Bottle Boy.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So, you know, which is crazy. I'm tight with Antonio Brown.
Right.
But that's not how it happened. But kind of, I would say maybe it helped a little bit. But I was signed to Bang Energy.
Okay.
And I was in a contract with Bang Energy as an ambassador to them. And Bang's a great company. They were the first company to really put me on.
And they're really active in like the community. They have a lot of sponsored individuals. So
I got nothing bad to say about them. They're a great company. For what I'm doing and for my niche, I feel like what's gravitated to me is the hip hop scene and rap scene. And maybe it's just because I love that scene so much too. So I'm in it. And I feel like that's what's gravitated to me the most. So I was hitting Ross up, you know, almost on a daily basis on Instagram. Ross, look at me. This is what I'm doing. Ross. You know, I really am out there. I wanted to put that out there. Like, yo, I want this. So I woke up one morning after a night of me texting him saying, make me a Black Bottle Boy. And I woke up to a text message from Ross saying, all right, you got it. You're now a Black Bottle Boy. Post up, do this, do that. So if you look at my Instagram, you know, it's weird. You know, Ross only follows like 80, 90 people, something like that. He's not following me, but he's liking all my pictures. You know, he's liking all my pictures. He's DMing me.
He's keeping up.
Yeah, he sees everything I'm doing. He's viewing my stories. He's liking my pictures. He sees what I'm doing. And to get his attention, you know, I got the utmost respect for Rick Ross and for everything he's done, you know, just as a member of society and the businesses he owns and being a music mogul that he is, the biggest. That really, it means a lot to me that he's even looking at me and sees my stuff. And to me, he's a big inspiration for sure.
Oh, I think he's an inspiration to anybody who's involved with hip hop for sure. But I thought that was crazy because that came out like out of nowhere.
Yeah, bro. Everybody was like,
you dropped that shit, and I was like, whoa, what happened?
So everybody was like, you know, I was pushing Bang, and I terminated my contract with Bang. Not on any other reason, just because, listen, you know, when opportunity arises and somebody like Rick Ross and Black Bottles and Bel Air comes, you know, to the table, I was like, bro, I'm gonna be on that, and as I'm all over it, and that's kind of where I'm at with it.
I mean, we all have to make decisions at the end of the day for, you know, what we think is best for us and our brand and what we want to represent. So
most definitely, bro.
I don't think that was any poor decision made on your part whatsoever.
No.
What is your aspiration moving forward though? So like that obviously was like a big thing for you, right? Getting that done.
It was, and I'm just starting there. Like, you know, Ross, I'm trying to get all the way in. Like, I'm trying to get like, yo, Ross, what are we doing next? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get all the way in. But I guess my aspirations and my goal are to make the Matty Ice Show a big platform for artists, athletes, anybody to come on and share their journey or share what they have going on right now in life, personally, spiritually, in business, in their craft that they're doing, what they want to get out there. So like, you know, the media has their own narratives.
100%.
And with me, 100%. I'm not clout chasing. Yeah. You might see on my Instagram this and whatever, but in my interviews, I'm not clout chasing. I'm literally trying to give the person that I'm interviewing the interview that they deserve at a time, you know, what they're going through. You know, at a time, you know, that I guess what's the best way to say it? What they're going through in their life is what I'm trying to get out right now.
Like the most honest depiction of what's going on with you right now is what you want to get.
Yeah, bro, not like that media bullshit. Like, oh, like, you know, I just had Antonio Brown on my show, for instance, right?
Right.
And I sat down with Antonio.
Which is controversial to say the least. People still don't like him because of everything that's gone on.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. They just don't know him.
Yeah.
But I sat down with Antonio Brown and we just talked music, bro. Like, I didn't sit there and like, what happened with the Raiders? Or talk to me about Roger Goodell. Or just, bro, like, we all know about it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, let's talk something else about you're doing your music. Let's talk about that.
Right.
And I think he respected that too.
Well, I mean, I think to some degree you gotta sit there and be like, look, I want to talk to you about the things that are gonna make you empowered, make you feel good about yourself. Like cancel culture really pisses me off because people make mistakes. There are some mistakes that are completely like you can't make up for certain mistakes. Like rape and murder are things that you cannot make up for.
Definitely.
People can change, but like those are mistakes that you should just know from birth that are wrong. Like those are taught to everybody. But sometimes people make mistakes that you just don't know of. Like you genuinely made a mistake. It was a lapse of judgment. You were in a bad place in life. Things happen. And a lot of the time, everyone just wants to keep dragging you back to that mistake over and over and over, years and years past it. And it's like, why don't you give me the right to talk about what I'm doing now to make up for that?
Definitely.
What stuff I'm doing now to, try to be a better person.
Definitely.
So
for sure.
I think that's noble that you're actually giving people that opportunity.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm not just clout chasing and let's talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it's been going. And, we'll get into some other stuff, but
right.
Keeping it like a really simple, clean interview.
Yeah. And I mean, so, you've interviewed people like Taylor Alesia.
Yeah.
You've interviewed some really, really big names.
Yeah.
Like people who have a really, really solid big following. Who was the most interesting person up till now that you've talked to? The one that surprised you the most. You know what I mean?
Man, the most interesting that surprised me the most.
Yeah. Just someone that, coming into it, you weren't expecting a lot. Like I don't go into any of my interviews or any of my podcasts expecting anything from any of my guests.
For sure. No,
right?
you're just going to go into it and see what happens.
Right. But some of them turn out to be some like really, really cool conversations.
I've had a ton, bro. Like I really have had a ton.
Right.
But I would say one of my favorite interviews is Marquette King.
Okay. I've met him a time or two.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Marquette's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Byron Murphy from the Arizona Cardinals. I interviewed him, and why I want to shout him out, he was like one of my first interviews. Like that was love. Like in these football players, they don't need to come on these shows because there's just nothing for them really to talk about that's going to help them that's really beneficial.
Right.
If you're a music artist or, trying to push something is different.
Right.
But Byron Murphy was great. Marquette King, B. Howard, really cool story there. Taylor was awesome. But
yeah.
I think my most interesting, I just had a lot of fun with Marquette.
Yeah.
The high class hippie. Marquette's my guy. I talked to him on a regular. It was at a really good time. But yeah, Marquette, I like Marquette.
You gotta try to get Destroying on there, man.
Yeah.
Since you got Marquette, Destroying has to be on there.
Bro,
now.
I'd love to. I'm always working on getting new people on the show, and it's something that I kind of do. I don't schedule. So people are like, bro, I have nothing. I never schedule.
Right.
My schedule is tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? That's how I move. And like, that's how I've done it. Where most people are like, yo, I'm scheduling at the 15th open and I understand that. But what I've noticed, the caliber of, I'm not knocking anybody. The caliber of people I want on my show, I can't book out a month or two in advance.
Yeah.
I'm on their schedule.
Yeah.
When I was on Antonio's schedule, I flew to Florida. You feel me? On his time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until my platform is right here, like I'm on everybody else's time.
Right. Right. And I mean, you got to understand your space too. You know what I mean? That's like a big thing for people. I don't think a lot of people understand that. They get butthurt about the fact that they won't, they can't reach out to so-and-so and set up a scheduled time.
Definitely.
And they get butthurt over it. But you're just not understanding other people's, situations.
For sure. I mean, I've interviewed everybody. Like I just had a porn star on my show.
Right.
Violet Summers.
Okay.
Not my typical interview.
Right.
But I gave her the interview that her fans needed.
Okay.
That's what it is with Matty Ice, I guess you would say. Is like, I'm going to give their fan base, their subscribers, the interview that they want from their, from their person. And that's what, it was a completely dirty interview. It was very graphic. It's not what I'm accustomed to doing.
Right.
But that's what her fans need to hear. And she was really interesting too. She has like 8 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, she shares one thing on my stories go insane, like in the thousands.
Jeez.
Yeah. So like, she has a major pull on social media, and she's actually super dope.
Really?
As a person.
She's a sweet girl.
Nice girl.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have like a dream interview?
Yeah, for sure. I got a couple right now. I'm putting this out there right now. I've been talking about it every day. Little Dirk. I want Little Dirk on my show.
Right.
I want Dirkio Smirkio on this show, on my show, and then hop on your show. I want Drake really bad.
Dude, you and me the same. So Drake would be a blessing.
Tattooed on me.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you from Toronto, or are you just a big
I'm
Drake
from
fan?
Chicago.
Okay.
But #1 Drake fan.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're from Chicago. How did you end up in Arizona?
So my whole family has lived in Arizona. My grandparents lived out here now for 25 years.
Okay.
So I've been coming out here for the past 25 years, visiting them for the holidays, Christmas and all that stuff, and Thanksgiving, just coming out here. My mom moved out here like 6-7 years ago. And then I finally moved out 5 years ago from Chicago. I just got sick of the weather, bro, and got sick of this. I needed a new climate, new culture. Just got sick of everybody that I was hanging around with, and just decided, you know what, bro, I wanted to jump ship. I love Las Vegas. I wanted to be close to Vegas, be close to Cali. And Arizona truly has been an unbelievable place and the savior of my life.
Yeah, I mean, of like 4 or 5 years ago, it just seems like Arizona blew up.
For sure.
Like people just started like flocking to Arizona of all walks of life, business people, new entrepreneurs, people that were just starting off their careers. So Arizona's been a blessing. I'm born and raised here.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So I've been around it my whole life, and watching it change has just been insane.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because, I mean, half of Scottsdale just did not exist to the degree that it exists now.
Right.
Back then when I was growing up. Yeah. Yeah. It's insane. What is the next thing that you're looking to do with the Matty Ice show? What's your next improvement? What's the next like big move?
So what I'm trying to do right now is really brand the podcast a little bit more. We're going to roll out some merch. I know everybody talks merch, but we're going to, we just rebranded the logo. Shout out Little Dirk's artist, Two Raws World. He designed the logo for me. I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to put some merch out, and I'm going to bring the biggest guests out. Like, I'm not doing interviews. I'm not, no disrespect, but this platform is really for like the people that really are doing something. And I'm saying that in the nicest way possible. Like
the people who have credentials to show that they work and they got it done.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm branding this podcast. But you're going to see a lot of merch. You're going to see a lot of big interviews coming up. And man, just like, good conversations, good content. I'm going to be traveling a lot. My goal is to even take this platform and kind of go on tour with it. Like, yo, I'm going to go to Miami and knock out 5 interviews.
Hop in a trailer, drive cross country and knock them out.
Straight up though. Yeah. Like, yo, like we can do that too with this. Yeah. So just, I'm really looking forward to 2021 and like, yo, like we've been doing all this, even we've been doing all this throughout COVID in a pandemic, man. Bro, like all this like my podcast started in January.
Yep.
Now we're in September, we're 8 months in. And I've had over 30 interviews in the studio and over like 10 interviews on Instagram Live. But to think about that, bro, like all this shit's been done in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Where people can't even travel.
Right.
Like I can't even get the music artists I want. Like every artist that comes to tour in Arizona, I'm going to get them on my show like immediately. Like I can't do that right now.
Because no one's touring. There's no one here.
No one's coming here, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like I've got a network within the inner city here in Arizona, which has been phenomenal. I love Arizona. I've had the best,
there's incredible people out here, man.
Guests have been great. Like you said, Taylor, huge name out here. Marquette, Robert Nelson Jr., Christian Kirk, Byron Murphy, B. Howard.
Christian Kirk is my age. He actually played football with a lot of my friends. From middle school, they went to Saguaro and played with him and stuff. So
Christian was a great interview.
That's like a big hometown one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Christian Kirk is a huge hometown.
It was hard to get him on too. Shout out Gino, G Littles. Yeah, it was hard to get him on. Yeah, it was hard to get him on. Like I said, they're not just sitting down.
Right. I mean, those guys spend a lot of their time eating and training.
Training, working out, and their circles are extremely tight.
Dude, I wish I could spend that much time eating.
Right, me too.
If it was a part of my job and I got paid to eat as much as they did.
They eat clean though, bro.
They eat clean.
Yeah,
true.
They're eating clean.
True. I actually have a friend who works at the Cardinal Stadium.
Okay.
She works in the kitchen. I think she's a manager of some sort.
Yeah.
And I see the way she cooks. I'm like, do you cook for them like this all of the time? Like, can I get some?
Right.
Like, this is crazy.
Bring it over here.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about radio.
Yeah.
Like what you said you do marketing for radio?
Yeah, so
You've been in that space?
Yeah, I've been in the radio advertising industry for a really long time.
Okay.
Just it's a tough time right now, obviously, because the businesses are either, we're locked down or, dealing with quarantines and being closed or having to do just takeout. No bars are open. Stuff like
so
that.
You're on the side of like businesses to radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you. Okay.
You're getting businesses to advertise on the radio.
Right.
And that's kind of how it got me into podcasting, is being in that field and kind of taking it that route and, owning my own business. And it's a blessing to be able to do that and like work for myself. I don't want to work for anybody ever again. Matter of fact, I'll never work for anybody again. It's not I just don't believe in it. I don't want to. And I'm not saying it's not a good thing to work for somebody else. But for me, I like the ability of having freedom, of being able to take a vacation when I want to take a vacation, or even being here right now, like what if I had to work? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that to be the decision of why I can't do something or why I can. So for me, having my own company and owning my own company And then like having this podcast, like everything kind of moves how I want to move.
Right.
And that's just kind of how I like it. Like, you know, no harm, wrong. So
I mean, you kind of got to know yourself too. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Big part of being successful, no matter who, like, not everybody's the number one in a business.
No,
some
bro,
people are
we're
number
trying to get
twos.
there, yeah.
Some people are number twos or number threes naturally. That's where they excel.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Got to know yourself.
Most definitely.
So
bro.
I'm kind of in the same space. I spent like a year and a half, 2 years of my life bouncing around from like serving job to serving job because I just couldn't put up with listening to people telling me what
how old
to
are you,
do.
bro?
23.
Okay, so I'm 33. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 23. So, you know, even up until recently, I got my first big boy job in a sales environment, and then COVID hit. And because of the fact that I was only there for 3 months, despite the fact that I was performing really well for that company, right? They still had to let me go because there were other people who had seniority. And I took that as kind of like the world just trying to tell me something. It was trying to teach me something. It was trying to be like, dude, you shouldn't be working for anyone. Like, go do your own thing. You know, that's where you excel. But it's a difficult choice to make. It's a super hard choice to make because there's so much extra pressure added onto you when you make that decision, you take that leap. So like when you decided to make that leap the first time around and own your own business, was it kind of just intuitive for you, or did you have that fear in the back of your head the whole time too?
Well, it's like, what am I fearing? Because I was like, okay, fuck it. If I fail, I'm just going to go back to doing the same thing I'm doing right now. Fair enough. For me, it was like this, like, bro, we're not failing and we're going to grind it out. Like when I first started, yeah, bro, like I was in rough financial shape. Like I was walking to work for 3 miles, no joke. Like, straight up, I got in a really bad, car accident that put me in a repo situation years ago. It's off my off my credit report now. Thank God, credit's the most important thing. Yeah. Finally get my credit score up. Right. Buying a house maybe in the next year, so I'm ready for
blessings
that.
Yeah, to that, man.
So soon. I'm 33, bro. I need to do that shit soon. Been renting my whole life. But yeah, bro, just really focused on what's coming up right now. And
you had like a burn the boats mentality.
Bro, I'm the type of guy where like I just like if I want something, I'm gonna get it. Like this is what it is. Like, yo, if I want it, like that Drake interview is happening. I've been saying that. Like, I'm gonna interview Drake.
And looking you straight in your face right now, you're convicted.
I'm gonna interview Drake, and I'm gonna interview Little Dirk. It's gonna happen. Just like just how it's gonna be. Like, just like with the AB situation, same thing. Like, I wanted to interview AB, but I had to figure out. You have to figure out what the business side of it all. There's a lot to it. It's not just hey, I want to interview AB or I want to interview Drake. You gotta really know what you're getting yourself into too, and then approach it in a way of what are you looking for too. But I'm that type of dude, bro, where like if I vision it, I'm going to get it as long as it's possible. Like I can't go play in the NBA. I get it.
Right.
But if I can do something, that's why I said this podcast is my sport because I'm right here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, J. Cole might play in the NBA.
Didn't he get
a workout
bro,
or something?
He can ball, bro. Yeah. I think the Pistons ball them all. Yeah. He can ball, bro.
I never even.
J. Cole can play basketball, bro.
He's tall as shit too.
I didn't even know that until like I didn't realize the guy can hoop.
Yeah, you see some videos of him on the court, you're like, whoa, what?
Yeah, no, he can shoot. He has a shot. Yeah.
I guess it's like some guys that can play multiple sports and they're really good at them. J. Cole can rap and play basketball. Like,
for sure.
Shit.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm excited. I got one of my best friends here, Jason. We came in. He came in town. We're going to Vegas.
Hell yeah.
Watch the football games this weekend. And, even though it's COVID in Vegas, whatever, was get away, do that. I'm a big Cardinal fan. He's a big Bears fan, so it'll be a little clash. My other buddy's a big Niners fan, so that'll even be a bigger clash on Sunday. But I'm a big football dude. Love the Cardinals. Love football. I'm all about it. And I hope the season will actually finish this year with all this shit that's going on right now. I'm really nervous about that.
I think it will. I have high hopes for it. I also think that my Cardinals are a good Super Bowl. Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
Go. Yeah.
Born and raised in Arizona. I'm a everything Arizona sports fan.
Yeah.
I really think my Cardinals have a shot at,
Hopkins signed up today.
Dude, good playoffs, man. I think the Cardinals are making the playoffs.
I'm gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
I sure hope so, man. I hope so.
Listen, for anybody that thinks that they can't win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Listen, we have the best defensive player of the year, Chandler Jones, the NFC Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
We got Kyler Murray, who is no joke. He's going to be, I'm putting, the whole league should be on notice this year because something about that kid, dude. He's just incredible. And then you got guys like Christian Kirk, Hopkins, Byron Murphy. I mean, the list goes on.
Isaiah Simmons, Larry Fitzgerald.
Chandler Jones.
It just feels like the Cardinals have been
Budda Baker.
Budda Baker, dude. He just signed like one of the craziest deals.
He's loving life right now.
Yeah.
50 million, some shit guaranteed. Yeah.
Dude. And DeAndre Hopkins signed his deal today.
And he was his own agent for that.
Yeah. And he's
Agent Hop.
So we have him locked in for 5 years.
Yeah.
And his total contract value over 5 years is close to $100 million.
He deserves every dollar.
Every dollar. Yeah. Have you ever seen the video about his mother?
Yeah.
Like his situation with that?
She had a situation where I think acid was
something
crazy.
like that. Yeah. So she's blind. Every time he scores a touchdown, he hands her the football, stuff like that. So definitely think DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, that would be super dope to see in the stadium. I was thinking that. Yeah. She'll be there every game in the end zone for sure.
You have two of the most humble guys in the NFL, two of the like most well-spoken human beings in the NFL on the Cardinals right now. DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald playing side to side.
Yeah,
like crazy.
Love it. I can't wait to see that in a few days.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I was bummed that ASU's not gonna be able to play this year because they've finally been racking up some pieces and getting their team together. So I was excited for college football this year, but unfortunately,
yeah, dude, my family has 4 season tickets to the Cardinal game, so bro, it's like sucks, dude.
Right,
can't go.
Right, it's gonna be a bummer. But are you a basketball guy?
I like basketball. I think I've phased out from it a lot recently. I don't know why. I can't get into it this year at all, just because of what's going on. Just can't get into it. I used to love basketball more than football, but I just love football as my number one. But I like basketball.
I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten into the same spot where like I used to be big on basketball, and I'm slowly shifting more and more towards football.
It's hard for me to get into it this year too. And like what I don't like about basketball, and like I can't stand the whole join mentality. I don't like what LeBron did. I think what LeBron did with the Heat really changed basketball and changed the NBA. Agreed. And I think I'm not a fan of him. Like I say it on camera, I'm just really not a fan of LeBron James.
There were even people,
as a person, I think he's a good person, and I think he's good for what he's doing, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement right now and how he's really been a figure for that. I respect him as a person and everything he does for the community. This is a player, bro, and I'm just not a big fan.
You're not sold on it.
No, as a person, yes.
So there were even people like other NBA players when they had their players association meeting who were saying that they were like almost offended by the way that LeBron was talking at them,
I heard
talking
that.
down at them type shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm just not a fan of him on the maybe because I'm from Chicago and like Michael Jordan.
Right.
Like I see how he did it.
Right.
And maybe that's so why. Like and I'm not comparing the two. LeBron's a great athlete, a great basketball player. There's
incredible.
No doubt
Yeah.
But just how he kind of went about his business. And the same thing goes for Kevin Durant. He doesn't get a pass.
I'm not a big Kevin Durant.
How can he get a pass?
I've never been a KD fan, man.
He went to Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals against the Warriors and lost, and then joins him a few weeks later. To me, that was just like, that was one of the most sucker moves in sports history ever, but
yeah,
whatever.
I even before all of that, I wasn't a huge KD fan just because there was something off about KD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just something.
Great basketball player too.
Yeah.
Don't wish him any harm, but
yeah. And I mean, the Suns are looking better and better, but I still even with the showing they had in the bubble this year, I still don't think that they're going to make the playoffs next year.
We'll see.
I just think they're still too young of a team. And I don't think they can go on those 5, 10, 12 game winning streaks multiple times in a season.
They need a solid vet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they thought Ricky Rubio would be that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ricky's been in the game for a long time.
He's not going to bring him to some playoff wins.
Yeah, I don't think so. So let me hear what other things outside of sports and podcasting, right? There's got to be some stuff that you're into that you haven't talked about.
Bro, I'm really into like fitness.
Okay.
I like to work out. I'm not eating the best right now, but I'm in the gym a lot. I like nice shoes.
Nice shoes.
Like nice
Are you
shoes.
a Nike guy, Adidas guy?
I like Adidas right now a lot.
Okay.
I used to wear Nikes a lot, but Adidas, obviously, I wear my Yeezys here and there. Recently, I've been getting into the designer shoe game a little bit.
Giuseppe's here and there.
Giuseppe's, Gucci's, Louis.
Okay.
Got them all, but not that like I'm this baller or anything like that. But I'll splurge on a nice pair of shoes, every few months, whatever. I'm in the $5 Gap t-shirt and the Gucci shoes.
Dude, t-shirts from Walmart are like the move,
bro.
I'm telling you.
You can put a t-shirt on from Walmart with some nice pair of shoes and you're looking fly.
Facts. And you can wear the same jeans for 10 years and they still look just as good.
So that's what it's about, bro.
That's fair.
I used to buy like really expensive designer stuff like clothes and shirts. I stopped all that. Shoes, yes, because there's something you can rewear a lot, and but shirts, no. Like I don't do that,
I feel like garments just get ruined too fast. You toss them in the wash a couple times, they don't fit the same. Like it's just awkward.
So like I think a lot of things. I love going to Vegas. I'm there a lot, especially during football season. I
Do you gamble or do you just go to watch the games?
Yeah, bro. I just watch the games, stuff like that.
Okay.
You know,
I'm a big blackjack guy. I love playing blackjack.
I'll play blackjack. Yeah, really? I'll play blackjack. But I think for me, the biggest thing is like, I want to travel. I just got out of a relationship 6 months ago, so I'm kind of like really enjoying this freedom right now. Of kind of just being able to do what I want to do. But it's weird, we're in freedom, but we're not because of all the restrictions going on in the world. I think the biggest thing for me that I want to figure out this year is I want to find inner peace within myself on a spiritual level. And I think that's what I'm searching for next.
You sound like a guy who's struggled with some stuff
bro.
Throughout your 20s and stuff like
that.
For
sure. Yeah.
You just had some difficulties.
Yeah, bro. A ton of difficulties, from parents being divorced super early and going through a crazy divorce, in their early 20s. In my early 20s, I was already,
out of the house. And
yeah,
whatever,
bro.
right.
Already out of the house, but they went through all that shit.
It's a whole different dynamic when you're that age too, though.
Yeah, bro. And then just going through like all the trials and just like, I wasn't born in the hood or anything like that or born in the projects. So, I was born in a good area, but, everybody has their battles that they're fighting, within and just, just kind of doing that. But when I moved to Arizona, life really changed, bro. And like, shit just changed, bro. Like, and it was hard too. Like I was grinding it out. Blessed to have some of the friends that I do. Shout out Armando Allen Jr., Jay Myers, those guys, Jason. Blessed to have a good circle, bro. And that's what it's all about. And like doing this platform, this podcast, meeting dudes like you, bro, is really a dream, bro. That's what I want to do. Like,
I've said it a million times over, man. It's the biggest blessing that I could ever ask for is being able to sit in this room and have conversations with people that I genuinely enjoy.
And you can sit here 30 years from now and do the same fucking thing.
100%.
That's why it's your sport, bro. Like your sport doesn't retire, bro. As long as you have a voice and a microphone, you can do this.
Yeah. And I mean, it's awkward. Even when I was going to parties, when I was in college, like I'm still in college. I'm still taking classes just to get my degree. My parents really want me to have my degree, so I'm doing that for them. But those first 2 years of college when I was going to house parties and stuff like that, 18, 19 years old, I would go to the parties and the first thing I would do is walk to the backyard and try to find a group of people congregating and having conversations so I could butt in and start talking.
For sure.
I wasn't even there to party.
Most definitely.
And it's weird that I ended up doing this. Because there were so many times where I tried to start a YouTube channel, I tried to start a podcast here and there, and I gave it my full effort once or twice. Something clicked out of nowhere. Something clicked, and it was like, dude, you love talking to people, you love having conversations. You need to like give it your full effort.
Like I said, a lot of people have been hitting me up on Instagram to interview and this and kind of stuff, and like I just, something about this has gravitated to me. Like your branding, just how you go about it. So that was super dope, and just I'm looking forward to everything that is coming up for your stuff, for my stuff, for everybody, bro. I'm a big cannabis guy. I didn't know if I brought that up, but
you did not.
I'm a big cannabis guy. I don't drink. I mean, I'll drink here and there. I barely drink. I don't go out.
Socially.
I'm a super homebody, bro.
Yeah.
Like I love chilling at home. I'm a homebody. I watch the news and that's like my party, bro. I'm a homebody for real. Like I love staying at home. Sports, news, movies, whatever. Grubhub it up, DoorDash, chill. Big smoke a ton of weed, bro. Like legally, I got my medical card here in Arizona, so I'm a medical card holder.
What's your dispensary? Where's your go-to?
The best weed in the valley is True Med by far.
Okay.
In my opinion, they got the best flower, but a ton of dispensaries on there. Here you go, Harvest, Arizona Natural Selections, MedMen. I go to a lot.
MedMen's down the street, so that used to be when I had my card
for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to get it renewed. But,
it's totally worth it. If you're in Arizona, spend the $200-$300, get it so you can smoke legally.
Absolutely.
And it's totally worth it. And I'm a big advocate for marijuana. I think it's a great plant.
I think it deserves more research, to say the least.
Yeah,
I think it definitely
come a long way though.
Absolutely,
come a long way. So just to be able to smoke it, even with a medical card here, I don't even want this state to go recreational. Actually, I don't want it to, because then the dispensaries are going to be really busy and the flower quality is going to go down. So for me, it's like, keep it kind of exclusive. I'm cool with it. I'll pay the $200-$300, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, first place you stop when you go to Vegas is Reef.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, Reef's dope. Reef's behind the Mirage or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Reef's
first
dope.
place we stop every time. So I'm a big car guy, huge car guy.
Yeah.
I've gone to SEMA the last 2 years with my friends, just like checked out the show. It's a huge experience if you're a car person.
Yeah.
Every time we go to Vegas, we stop at Reef first thing.
Yeah, Reef is a good dispensary, bro. Like their branding too. Super
dope. Actually, speaking of branding and marijuana, I really want to interview Burner.
Yeah, you can do it.
Like really,
do it.
That just clicked for me right there. I'm gonna have to put that on my list.
Yeah, do that, bro. Hit him.
Yeah, I feel like he's got some crazy stories.
Yeah, bro, he'd be super dope.
Are you an edible guy too?
Yeah, bro. I've been drinking these juices recently that are like 100 milligram juice, like by Pure and Simple, something like that.
Like the real juices or the syrups?
No, they're juices. They're like orange juice, apple juice, hibiscus, lemonade, and they come in like this little container. And what I like about this is, bro, like, you know, I'm working out a lot, and like the last thing I want to do is go eat a huge brownie. It's like, fuck, what am I doing? Like, not that I'm on this meal plan or anything, but still, like, so these juices are only like 30 calories, and they fucking 100 milligrams or get faded.
Yeah.
So I'll eat edibles. They give me a little anxiety sometimes, but I gotta pick and choose when I'm eating an edible.
Right. Sometimes, you know, I've seen like smoke a joint, smoke a blunt, whatever you do with
Love
the flour,
joints and blunts, yeah.
and then you drop a little bit of syrup inside the drink that you're having. And if you're going to be at home all day, just sipping through that, you stay even the whole day.
I love it. I love weed, love, you know, marijuana, cannabis, whatever. I'm all about it. I've been smoking for at least 12, 13 years nonstop.
Damn. Okay. So you were like what, 19, 20?
I don't even, you wouldn't even know if I'm high or not. That's just kind of where it's at.
That's the best way to be when you're smoking weed, man.
You never know.
Yeah.
I go to the gym. You'll never know. Like I'm a very high strung ADD person. So it's like, I'm not the type of dude where I'm just going to, you know, even though I'm a homebody, I'm not going to just sit there and like, no, bro,
right.
I'm making sure I'm getting my workouts in, getting my shit done too at the same point.
You know, I think that's interesting. A lot of the people who enjoy smoking weed regularly are people who are very high strung, very like ADD, very on the ball, like wanting to move and get shit done. I think it just brings you down to like a nice, even homeostatic level. You know what I mean?
I don't take drugs. I don't take any pills at all.
Yeah.
I don't do any drugs. I don't drink, none of that. My system's completely clean from everything. I don't believe in drugs or pills or any of that shit. I believe in weed, and that's all I do.
Yeah.
And like, that's the worst thing I've ever done. And like, I mean, I've experimented other things, but like, that's the worst thing I've ever done or I'm doing. So be it.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely worse things that you could be spending your time doing. Even just, I'm the kind of person that says drinking alcohol is 10 times worse than smoking weed. So
yeah, it totally is.
Yeah. So I want to give you the floor before we wrap things up.
Sure.
If there's anything you want to plug, anything you want to talk about, camera here, camera there, you do your thing, man.
Just super appreciative to be here, to sitting down with my guy. Super dope brand. Like I've said, you know, a bunch of times. Matty Ice Show, follow me, hit my YouTube, Matty Ice Show, Instagram, Matty Ice Show, Apple, you know, Spotify, all that.
Same thing all across the board.
Check these interviews out. A lot more to come, and go Cardinals.
Guys, Matty Ice, we're going to have him on again in the future for sure. Definitely going to, you know, build a relationship here with him and got to represent for the Arizona podcast group out here. So thank you guys for checking out this episode. Make sure to like, comment, and share the video if you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace. Super dope, bro.